Based on your experience, what challenges or issues do teams often overlook when setting up Jira? I think there's a couple of big challenges. I think this is a two-parter. There's the challenges and then there's the issues. I think the challenges is that most people, when they set up Jira for the first time, they kind of just assume they're going to set up something great and everyone's going to use them immediately. Like that process, that solution, that IT form, that project management system, whatever it is that you're setting up. Most companies and teams assume like, cool, I'm going to set this up. This is going to be awesome. We're going to love it. We're going to use it, and then nobody uses it. That's probably the biggest challenge. I think the biggest issue that a lot of teams encounter with that challenge is that they don't really know how to make things simpler. So I always default to like if for example you built that process and you're running into the challenge of okay, well I built this and nobody on the team wants to use it. Your number one goal is to figure out why. Like why does the team not want to use it? And a lot of the things I covered, like creating things, making things simple, using conditional logic, making following easier than bypassing, those things do apply. But talking directly to the team that you're working with, understanding why they don't want to use the process, like what challenges they have, what problems they have with the system that you built, and then just immediately addressing those. Building for the skeptic, not the believer, is really the goal here, and then addressing those to be able to overcome some of those challenges that are coming up. So that's probably the biggest challenge and some of the biggest issues that most teams run into. There's obviously a lot of the technical elements of setting Jira up where there's hundreds of ways to do something. Like, for example, if you want to do some kind of categorization, you might look at a component, you might look at a label field, you might look at a multi-select field, you might look at a work item, you might look at a request type, you might look at something else entirely. So there's a lot of ways that you can run, for example, categorization in Jira. So there is that technical element of knowing what to set up and how and kind of best practices in Jira. But I think that's almost secondary to just adoption of what you're doing. Because if you build the best possible system, if you build the best possible thing you can, and nobody uses it, it's literally irrelevant. And there was no point of building it in the first place. So that is a really big element. But yeah, making things simple, easy, and usable for your team, making following easier than bypassing is really always the North Star goal. Real quick, I know this looks like a lot. And if you'd rather just have me and my team help implement exactly what I'm showing you in this video, that is exactly what we do. If you're interested, hit the first link in the description below.